As of October 5, 2023, the total amount of aid that has been given to Ukraine by all countries is estimated to be over $159 billion. This includes military, financial, and humanitarian assistance. The U.S. is the largest contributor to Ukraine in terms of money spent. Here are the top 10 countries that have sent the most aid to Ukraine. 10. Australia. The country Australia has been a major donor of aid to Ukraine since the Russian invasion began in February 2022. As of October 5, 2023, Australia has provided a total of $1.3 billion in aid to Ukraine, including $810 million in military assistance. Australia has also provided financial assistance to Ukraine to support its economy and humanitarian needs. This has included a $6 billion loan guarantee and $35 million contribution to the World Bank's Ukraine Emergency Financing Facility. 9. Netherlands. According to the Dutch government website, the Netherlands has provided the following total aid to Ukraine as of October 4, 2023. Military aid, €2.08 billion. Humanitarian aid, €0.39 billion. Financial aid, €0.69 billion. This brings the total Dutch aid to Ukraine to €3.06 billion. 8. Italy. The country Italy has provided a significant amount of aid to Ukraine since the start of the Russian invasion in February 2022. According to the Kiel Institute for the World Economy, Italy has provided a total of €3.43 billion in aid to Ukraine as of August 2023. This includes €1.1 billion in military aid, €0.7 billion in humanitarian aid, and €0.6 billion in financial aid. Italy is one of the largest donors of aid to Ukraine, but it is not the largest. The United States has provided the most aid to Ukraine, followed by the European Union. However, Italy is one of the top donors in terms of military aid. 7. Poland. The country Poland has been one of Ukraine's most steadfast allies since Russia invaded in February 2022. In addition to providing humanitarian assistance and taking in millions of Ukrainian refugees, Poland has also provided significant military aid to Ukraine. According to the Kiel Institute for the World Economy, Poland has committed $6.5 billion in military aid to Ukraine since the start of the war. Poland has provided Ukraine with a wide range of military equipment, including tanks, artillery, anti-aircraft missiles, and ammunition. The Polish government has also trained Ukrainian soldiers on how to use this equipment. 6. Japan. Japan has been a strong supporter of Ukraine since Russia invaded in February 2022. The Japanese government has provided over $7 billion in aid to Ukraine, including financial assistance, humanitarian aid, and military support. The war in Ukraine is ongoing, and Japan is likely to continue to provide aid to Ukraine in the future. The Japanese government has said that it will continue to support Ukraine until it achieves peace and security. 5. Canada. The country Canada has been a leading donor of aid to Ukraine since Russia's invasion in February 2022. As of October 5, 2023, Canada has committed over $8 billion in aid to Ukraine, including over $4.85 billion in loan assistance, $352.5 million in humanitarian assistance, and over $2.4 billion in military assistance. Canada has provided Ukraine with loan assistance to help meet its urgent balance of payments needs and support its macroeconomic stability. This assistance has helped Ukraine to maintain its currency and avoid default on its debts. Canada has also provided Ukraine with other forms of aid, such as diplomatic support, sanctions against Russia, and training for Ukrainian security forces. 4. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom has been one of the leading donors of aid to Ukraine since the Russian invasion in February 2022. As of October 5, 2023, the UK has committed a total of £8.07 billion in aid to Ukraine, including £4.6 billion in military assistance and £3.47 billion in humanitarian assistance. 3. Germany. According to the Kiel Institute for the World Economy, Germany has provided Ukraine with a total of €22 billion in aid since the start of the war. This includes €10.4 billion in military aid, €6.8 billion in financial aid, and €4.8 billion in humanitarian aid. The German government has pledged to continue providing Ukraine with aid in the future. In July 2023, Finance Minister Christian Lindner said that Germany intends to allocate €5 billion of military support to Ukraine annually until 2027. Germany has also provided Ukraine with humanitarian aid, including food, medical supplies, and shelter. In April 2022, Germany announced a new €100 million humanitarian aid package for Ukraine. 2. European Union. The European Union has given a total of $35 billion in aid to Ukraine since the start of the war in February 2022. This includes financial, humanitarian, emergency budget, and military support. The EU's aid to Ukraine is significant and has played a vital role in helping the country to defend itself and its people. The EU is committed to continuing to support Ukraine until the war is over and Ukraine can rebuild. The European Commission has also proposed a new €50 billion Ukraine facility to provide long-term support to Ukraine. This facility would provide Ukraine with loans and grants to help with its economic recovery and reconstruction. 1. United States. The United States has been a major supporter of Ukraine since Russia launched its invasion in February 2022. As of October 2023, the U.S. has provided over $76 billion in aid to Ukraine, including military, humanitarian, and financial assistance. It is unclear how long the war in Ukraine will last, but the U.S. has pledged to continue providing assistance to Ukraine until it is victorious. The Biden administration has requested $33 billion in additional aid for Ukraine in its fiscal year 2024 budget proposal. The U.S. Congress is expected to approve this request, and it is likely that the U.S. will continue to be Ukraine's largest donor of aid for the foreseeable future. The U.S. has provided Ukraine with the largest amount of military aid of any country. This includes weapons, ammunition, training, and intelligence. Some of the most notable military assistance provided by the U.S. includes Javelin anti-tank missiles, Stinger anti-aircraft missiles, Howitzer artillery systems, M113 armored personnel carriers, Switchblade drones. How much has the EU given to Ukraine compared to the US? The total contribution to Ukraine since the start of this war is about €72 billion. Europe has given roughly the same as the US. The radio host interjects claiming that Americans give more than us, Europeans, to which Breton insists that both amounts of contributions are roughly equal. To check if that's true, Euronews turned to the Kiel Institute, a German economic think tank. Since the start of the war, their team of analysts has been tracking all the contributions sent to Ukraine through a tool called the Ukraine Support Tracker. According to their research, between February 2022 and May 2023, the US pledged nearly €71 billion of total aid to Ukraine. EU countries and institutions have committed to €68 billion in total, nearly the same as Washington. EU gives more in humanitarian and financial aid, but when it comes to humanitarian aid, the EU actually gives twice as much as the US €7.6 billion compared to €3.6 billion. On the other hand, the US has provided far more military aid, €43 billion, while the EU has pledged €28 billion to Ukraine. In terms of financial aid such as loans and subsidies, the EU has provided Ukraine with €33 billion. The US, however, has given less €24 billion in financial aid to Kyiv. Baltic countries give more in terms of GDP. Some European governments are making larger financial contributions to Ukraine relative to the size of their own economies. Topping that list are Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Tallinn contributes 1.5% of its GDP towards helping Kyiv. Riga and Vilnius follow closely by donating 1.3% and 1.2% of their GDP. But the Kiel Institute data set only accounts for contributions up until the end of May 2023. The next available update will be published in September 2023. Since then, the US announced a new military aid package for Ukraine worth up to $500 million, or about €449 million. The US has also confirmed it will provide cluster munitions, a controversial move because these weapons are banned by most countries.